Squats. This video will demonstrate how to do various number of squats, starting from the simplest and progressing to more challenging. Determine which squat you need to improve and practice it throughout the day.
Now balance. Balance in many ways is the ability not to fall over. The number one way to prevent you from losing your balance is to improve your squat.
The simplest of the squats are the chair squats. There are two variations will be shown here. First, sit on the edge of the chair. Put your heels slightly behind your knees. Put your hands together between your knees. Bend forward and push yourself up. Then lower yourself down by reverse sequence. Again, bend forward, stand up. Then sit back down. The second variation is putting your hands out in front of you and standing back up. Again, using the edge of the seat and your heels slightly behind your knees will be very helpful to accomplish this squat. The next variation is the split squat, also known as the lunge. Put one foot in front of the other, as shown, the knees slightly behind the foot, and bend forward at the knees, trying to get the rear knee to the floor. Going down as far as you can use your arms to push yourself up using the chair. Next, I'll show the same squat, but without assistance. You may have to adjust your front feet or your back feet in order to get the most mobility to get your knee down to the floor. The next squat is called the single leg rear foot elevated squat, also known as the Bulgarian squat. Here I'm using a cushion on top of this hard chair, but if you have a soft chair or an exercise bench, you can use that as well. You can do it also on a couch. I'm rolling my pant leg up so you can see where my foot is placed. And I want to make sure that my rear knee is behind my front knee. Here I just readjusted to make myself a little more comfortable, and I want to make sure that my rear ankle is just on the edge of the chair. That'll give me the most mobility. And there I am switching sides. You can see how my front foot is trying to stay stationary. Keep the heel on the ground. Next, I'm going to show you the same squat, but without the assistance of the table. I'm going to place my hands on my waist, and this is going to increase the challenge of my balance. I'm going to do the exact same exercise. I want to make sure that the ankle is on the edge of the chair, which will increase my mobility of my hips and my knees. Next, we proceed to the deep knee squat. Do not try this squat if you have a hip or knee replacement or have concerns about the health of your knee. Begin by putting a little bit of an arch in your back. Here I place my hand at the base of my back just to help me know that I'm putting an arch there. It also means I'm doing an anterior pelvic tilt and push my hips downward. Next, I position my feet comfortably, just a little bit wider than my shoulders. I then put a little bit of arch in my back, hands out for balance, and squat down as low as I can. In the ideal squat, my back is much straighter. However, I have a kyphosis, or a little arch in my upper back, which prevents me from having a completely straight back. There, I resetted my hips, put a little arch in my low back, and then proceeded to do the squats. Ideally, with each squat, your heels do not leave the floor. Here I demonstrate the squatting without arching my back. It's just a little bit less efficient. Here I put the arch in my back again, and then squat. So here's a squatting from the front view. We do not want the knees to go towards each other. Here I'm demonstrating the knees moving towards each other. And if you want to try it, just so you know what not to do, alternatively, you want to have your knees pushed outwards, like I demonstrated. Don't push your knees so far out that your feet leave the floor, but just push them out just a little bit, and then as you squat, your knees should glide over your toes. For bodyweight squats, it's okay if your knees go over your toes. Finally, can you do the duck walk? And how many steps can you do with the duck walk? Arch your back, squat down. How far can you walk? For the duck walk, it's okay for your heels to leave the floor. This section will show you the same set of squats, but from the front view. The final squat is the Doorframe Squat. Just take your ordinary door, position yourself somewhere in the middle, and squat down as far as you can. Take full advantage of the door frame to help you down and help you up. This is an excellent way of strengthening the core muscles of the lumbopelvic region, the hips, the knees, and the ankles.
This video was designed to show how easy it is to incorporate squats into your everyday activities. Squatting is as important to movement as breathing is to life. Consider doing 5 squats every hour you're awake. After 12 hours, that's 60 squats. After a week, 420 squats. After a month, 1,800 squats. And if you can incorporate the 10,000 steps a day, now you have a nice fitness routine that you can do every day to improve your overall health.